Alright, we're reducing the brush to back to 20. Let's go to the coloring layer. Is this where I have the... Yes, that is where I have the eyes. Let's make the eyes a little bit more eye-ly. Well, I won't do anything on mid-tones. I want to do it on shadows. Oh, wait, no, not shadows. Put the exposure back to 25. Highlights. Oop, gotta be careful because it's on the coloring layer too. So, what I was talking about before is if this is separated on its own layer, turn off the hair layer and the coloring layer. We're going to also turn off the background. We can be able to isolate this so that when we affect this layer, we're not going to affect the skin because the eyes is on the skin layer. There's two ways you can do this. You can isolate that with the lasso tool. Okay, that's saved. And for this, I'm going to turn the background back on so hopefully you can see the marching dots. Do as best as you can not to touch the skin layer. Oop. Hold shift to be able to select more than once. Okay, now you can do Control Shift J, which will put it in its own layer, or you can just color on the layer. But I prefer to put them in their own layer, just for simplicity's sake. That way I can go back and reference them. I'll call them eyes. So now the eyes are in their own layer. You don't gotta worry about it no more. Save it again. So I won't affect the coloring nor the skin. So go back to the eyes. Now we sorry. Shading. We just want the eye to have some realism to it, so it's not just this is solid blue. Let's see. Same effect here. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I like that. And you know what's cool about Photoshop? You might discover a cool little trick by accident. I always do. There's a neat little brush trick I can do, or I apply a filter that I did not intend to do, and it looks nice. Okay, got our hair mode back. Hair is set back to on. Let's lock the eyes. We don't want to affect the eyes at all. Alright, I still have my burn tool, but now it's the dodge tool. So, same thing with how you've been doing this. Let's use this at 39. We're on shadows at exposure of 25. Let's make that on highlights instead. Well, if you want to achieve that anime hairish look, this is how you would do it. Very easy over here. You want to have both. You want to have this on pen pressure, other dynamics, exposure jitter at 0%, and control at pen pressure. This way when you push so hard it's not going to give you a solid, it'll do this. I am slowly touching the tablet, pushing a little bit harder, and hardest as it can go. It gives you a streak effect. Now you can say, as it's implied, give her highlights. So, give this girl some highlights. Girls like highlights. Most girls I notice seem to have highlights in here nowadays. I wonder how long this lasts until it fades away. Now we're not bothering with light sources in this, but if I were, I would tell you to check where your light's coming from, because light sources will affect the hair. The traditional stereotype for anime is you get this little shine effect here and a shine effect here. Fine, we'll keep it just for this tutorial. Oh, and over here, what this is implying is you're hitting the top of the head, so there is this flat. There's a flat surface where it's defining a shiny part of the hair. The reason why you would see that is I would have to guess this would be the bend of the hair. Actually, you would see it here. This is the bend of the hair, and if you've ever seen smooth surfaces bend at an angle on shine on a light, you see the most shine happen in the center. So apply a little bit of physics if you wish. Save it again. Alright, hair looks pretty cool. You know, that does look a little weird on top, so I'm going to unlock the liner air, put my eraser on, and just begin erasing just this here. Now here's the beauty. Now if you want to nitpick, you can go back to your line art layer and erase all the lines you want. We'll clean it up a little bit. Okay, you hardly need that. You hardly need that too. Boop. Wait a minute, am I doing something wrong? Eraser, brush. Okay. Alright, making sure. I don't know if I was doing an effect wrong or not. Okay. Now, here's another thing is, if you want to really show the hair being obscured, you can remove the ears. Just to make it look like it's actually behind the hair, and the hair is that thick that we can't see through the ears. You could do it that way. For this, we'll leave it the way it is. Alright, so that solves that.